And I've been reminiscing with people about how like our family used to get together. It was Fear Factor, Survivor, and American Idol. I remember, it was like, it's 8:00 on Wednesday. We all got to get together. We all got to sit down in front of the one TV in the house, or the living room TV, and we all know Fear Factor is about to start.
So at the bar while people are eating, they're watching people bury their face in worms to dig a key out of mud with their mouth.
Yeah. It's not very appetizing for people sometimes.
Disgusting.
But
Yeah, my mom would try to do stuff like that, but we never cared about any of the TV shows. I really never cared about TV or anything.
Were you always into like the video games and computer stuff?
As soon as I could get my hands on a Nintendo 64, I was like, all right, whenever we're done watching whatever show mom wants to watch, I'm getting on that.
Hell yeah.
Did you see the Oblivion remaster?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No. I never buy games when they come out.
It's free.
It is free?
It's free on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah, I don't have Game Pass.
Oh, do you have an Xbox?
I'm one of those, like, buy a game for $2 on Steam kind of person.
Game Pass is good because Xbox owns, like, a bunch of companies, and so, like, all the Bethesda stuff, and even the stuff they publish, like Wolfenstein and Doom and everything, it's a full $70 games, and day one, they're just free, and they're free forever, but I played it
Game Pass
today.
They do take some games off of there. But
I don't know anything about video games. All I know is that people are all mad that there's a black samurai now. It was all good when Tom Cruise did it, but now that there's a black guy doing it,
the thing is,
I don't even want to pretend like I know.
It came out right after that.
I guess there was a lot of
Tsushima game, and that game was really good. It was kind of similar to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
was it?
It was similar, and like
it was a lot better though, wasn't it?
That's what people say. I don't know. I've been playing that game like recently. Right now, it's a great game, but I don't know the things I love about Assassin's Creed. I still love about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are just
to look
mad
for a problem
at Assassin's Creed for changing the gameplay.
Oh.
Like the gameplay totally shifted when the Egypt game came out, I think.
So it was before this one that it's changed?
I think the Egypt one, the Roman one, the Viking one, they were all like RPG type.
Yeah. And so what is this one now?
It's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. But I thought those were the best ones.
Yeah.
Because I never cared about this stupid assassin.
Yeah. The only thing that I understood argument wise, and I guess, like I said, I don't know anything about video games. I just watch YouTube videos on this stupid stuff. But that the Assassin's Creed that was in Rome, it was like a Roman character that you played as.
Greece.
Or when it was in Greece, it was a Greek character. When it was but it's been in different places before, right? And it was always kind of that. But then you go to Japan. Now this one's based in Japan, and it's not a Japanese guy as the main character. I think so. That is the only argument I understand.
It's a Japanese guy and a Japanese woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. There was the one you play as.
Guy.
But he's Japanese.
You don't play as him though.
It's
really? I thought he was the main character of the game. I thought that was the whole. Oh
no, the people that get outraged about that, they
made me believe that. That's the fucked up thing. I believed
it was marketed that way.
Yeah, I believed he was the.
Oh really?
Head character of the game.
But Ubisoft has kind of always been like a
woke, which whatever. But that's fucked up. That I was on the understanding that it was the main character of the game.
That's what they do with everything. It's like the Lord of the Rings. Everyone's algorithm is tailored to whatever your fake outrage or whatever. But yeah, they're like, oh, there's one black elf now. And people are like, that's not in the books. And it's like, none of this is based on.
Right? Yeah. Elves aren't real.
Well, that's what I mean, too, is like, I don't care about any of that shit. All I care about with Assassin's Creed games is like immersing myself I'm in ancient Greece right now.
Yeah.
Riding around on my horse, killing people. And
if you can do that as fucking Spyro the Dragon, there's no reason why you can't do that as a fucking black guy.
Exactly.
Like if I couldn't get into the mindset of being Banjo-Kazooie with a fucking chicken on my back, I don't understand why I can't.
When it comes to an Assassin's Creed game, I know the story's going to be stupid as hell. So I don't care.
I played like the first one or two when they came out.
The thing that always annoyed me with the Assassin's Creed games is like there's all this action and you're like killing 10 soldiers at a time, whatever, and then your character like wakes up in the modern era and it's so boring. It's so boring.
Would they make everything like a dream sequence?
No, you're like in a machine that takes you back in time to one of your ancestors.
Didn't the Final Fantasies do that for a minute or something?
So I already know like the storyline's going to piss me off, so I don't even pay it. I skip most of the cutscenes.
That's how did you see the Assassin's Creed movie?
No, I didn't.
I didn't see it either, but I watched enough reviews with enough footage that I might have, I spent 6 hours watching reviews instead of just watching the 2-hour movie.
You know what I did spend 3 hours watching one day, and like I don't regret it at all. I think it was fucking awesome. Was the I guess whatever Mortal Kombat 1 or whatever the newest one. There's like 3. You can go on YouTube and watch just the cutscenes, and it's like 3 hours long, and it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Like it's a wild, like I don't know. I was sitting there captive. I was high as hell. I was just captivated.
The Mortal
wow, that's Sub-Zero.
I played I want to say Mortal Kombat 9 or 10 on the Xbox One.
Yeah,
and it had a great story.
Yeah, no, this one was cool. Yeah,
we can't talk about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, this guy's like
I play it
a crazy person.
addictively.
Oh, really?
It's one of the only things.
Who's your main? Do you talk?
I
like
play
that?
every single.
Can we boot it up right now? I want to see
I don't think video games here.
how bad Perry can beat me.
Oh yeah,
Because I know it'll be bad.
would you be mad if I button mashed and
like
beat
one
you?
time, I remember being
You
like,
wouldn't be able to.
okay.
I remember being like fresh out of high school and thinking I was pretty decent at Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And then I went to a party.
dude, yeah.
And there were these kids who like brought the GameCube and the Melee.
They used the handle for what it was for. Or like,
Yeah,
I got mine here.
Yeah.
The handle of the GameCube.
And it was like, it was like realizing like there's another world out there.
I've like never really played it much with people like in person, but I went to a Wonder Bar the other day in Athens, and so a bunch of people were like, "Oh, I'm good at this game," and I was sitting there random selecting character, or I'd be like, "You pick who you want me to play," and I would just like 3 combo, kill them in like 2 or 3 combos.
It's like when you play Madden and you're like, no, I'll play with the Cleveland Browns. You can be the New England Patriots. I'll be the Browns. I'll still beat you. That's your fucking. Who's the worst character to play as on Mortal Kombat? Would you say?
Which game?
Or does it change? Okay,
It changes.
I don't fucking, okay.
In the new
just in
one,
general.
in the new one, there's not really a worst. It's pretty balanced.
Okay, that's good.
They're pretty balanced.
I've also watched a couple YouTube documentaries. It's all I watch all day, every day. But about the different Super Smash Brothers characters and like what they're different, and like the whole world of like analytics and like, you know, what characters are pressed at what, and like people. I mean, like people revolve their whole livelihood around who their main is, and they learn all their different, like every little motion of it, every little physics of that character.
We used to play this Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah.
It was called Raging Blast 2.
Okay.
But the new one is
the best
Sparking
names.
Zero. They remade it. and
Okay.
the new one looks pretty sweet. I don't have it, but
Yeah.
we used to have the craziest.
Those were crazy because it was also like 3-dimensional. I don't know how to put it, because you're not just fighting on the ground. You'd also like go up in the air. I played a couple
We
of
would
those.
start as like base level Goku and Vegeta.
Okay.
And then throughout the fight, like based on if you were like winning or losing, if you were losing, you would go Super Saiyan.
Okay.
And then you would try to beat the other dude down while he was still in base mode and not give him time to go Super Saiyan.
I could never figure out the 3D fighting games. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, it's cooler. It's in 3D. It's like a regular game. And then when I started actually learning the mechanics, I was like, the 3D's too.
It's annoying when someone's good at it.
The coolest thing about the Dragon Ball Z one, though, is like, that's like, it seems like you're just watching the anime when you're watching 2 people.
It's so fast paced. It's crazy.
You can like dodge every attack where you just like vanish and teleport behind them or whatever. So there would be times where like, I'm not that great at video games, but my roommates would be like just vanishing back and forth for like a
I can
minute
see how
and a half.
that and like Mortal Kombat would be more entertaining to watch than like a Street Fighter or like a kind of a more realistic, where it's like a more realistic fighting style where you're not teleporting and disappearing and turning into a snake and whatever. And ripping spines
The
out.
Naruto games are pretty sweet.
There's no Naruto fighting games?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
3-dimensional also, but they're in like a stage. Because with the Dragon Ball games, you can fly.
Yeah.
So that gets a little
That's too
crazy.
much. It's like 4-dimensional. Like
Yeah.
Dom was over smoking at my place like a few weeks ago, and he was watching me play like high rank competitive like Mortal Kombat, and I would like win. I'd do like a 50% health like combo and finish in like a brutality, so you're like ripping their head off or whatever, and I was like, pretty cool, huh? And he was like, I have no fucking idea what's happening. I can't tell. Is that you? I don't. It's so fast. I can't tell what's happening.
Are you winning, son?
Like, oh man, it's like no one understands.
Who am I rooting for? The green one or the red one?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like that stuff, but that the race stuff, that exact argument I found so funny. People are like, the black elves or whatever. It's like orcs and elves and dwarves aren't real. Does it matter what color they?
You know, mermaids aren't real, right?
You know,
I don't know.
and also like,
I know black people can't swim, but let's suspend some disbelief for this.
You know for a fact too, if J.R.R. Tolkien was here and they were like, "Hey, do you think this elf should be black?" He'd be like, "I don't care."
I don't know.
I don't.
He was gay as fuck, dude. You ever read those books? He was gay as hell in the like old timey way of being gay. Like all those books
the old time.
Because the Peter Jackson movies are not super accurate.
Oh, okay.
I still like.
They're still pretty gay though.
Because Orlando Bloom
gay.
wasn't sucking off
But
Gimli.
this was like 2001 or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
9/11 had just happened. They were like, we can't go
can't be
gay right
no,
now.
that's right. That's true. America had enough.
And I don't mean homosexual. The books.
Okay.
The books are gay.
Oh,
They're
you mean in the
homosexual gay?
homosexual way?
The Hobbits might be.
You mean gay in the lame way?
No, yeah.
So, like in the original The Ring, it was Prince Albert piercing.
Well, the
ring.
reason that Frodo is able to
My precious,
the reason Frodo is able to carry the ring is because he's so like
effeminate.
He's a hobbit. He's jovial. He's happy. All the hobbits do is drink beer and dance and eat.
Am I a hobbit?
Like they're happy people. No, you're too big to be a hobbit.
Damn, you're an orc. You orc ass. You orc ass.
I'm
bitch.
like the Will Ferrell elf of the hobbits.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be like a hobbit with like giant's blood or something.
Yeah.
That would be a
That
funny ass
becomes
sketch.
like
That would be a funny sketch. Yeah, just the hobbits, and just Perry comes out as like the elf of the like. No, I'm a hobbit too, guys. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
collecting berries. My feet do actually look like
But the hobbits would
feet.
really talk about their feelings.
Oh,
often
that is
in
gay.
the Lord of the Rings book.
Okay,
They
all
would
right.
write poetry about their feelings
Ew.
mid-adventure.
Yeah, straight dudes just bottle it all up and then shoot themselves at 45.
And that's what you would think in the Peter Jackson movie. You're like, this is just a regular guy, but he's shorter and barefoot.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Why don't they just ride the...
I remember there was a lot of YouTube compilations that are like, look how gay Lord of the Rings is. And it's like at the end of like the first one when they're all running into or maybe it's the end of the third one, but they're all running into the bedroom and jumping up and down in the bed and he's just laying there like,
Yeah.
oh, my friends are here.
Yeah, they're hobbits, man. They're gay. That's what they do. They like to dance around and hold hands, drink beer.
That is... That is what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do in the book. That's what they says. That's what they do.
Have you seen
Hold hands, write poetry, get drunk, and dance around.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen the show
I saw a couple episodes.
Rings of Power?
Yeah, I know.
It's like the primordial hobbits.
I was really into the books because I was pretty gay as a child,
Okay.
according to
They
my
helped
dad.
you. According to my dad.
How'd you grow out of it?
I don't know. I like pussy.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all it takes.
Hell yeah, he does. He grew up. His dad beat it out of him, like my dad did.
I don't drink beer
Can't change.
anymore.
That's true. So, not completely ungay.
I'm trying to stop, but he won't let me.
I planned on not drinking tonight, and we were all going to drink Diet Coke. That's why there's 3 of them, and we were all going to have Tall Boy Diet Cokes, and we were going to be really cool about it.
Now that's gay.
But then you were taking a while to get here, and that's why I wanted to drink a little bit.
It was only 10
I was
minutes.
early. He was late.
And those were both the problems.
If you're listening, it sounded like you were saying I was.
Oh no, Perry. No, you're all good.
I was 10 minutes late.
On time. I always finish early.
Anyways, guys, this is the Show Me Your Bits podcast. Oh my god.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Billy.
Yeah, I'm your host, Billy Willig. We're going to talk some shit. What do you say?
I just say welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. We're joined today by a host of the Show Me Your Bits podcast,
Okay,
Matt
that's enough.
Tamburino.
Anyway, so this is the Show Me Your Bits
can you guys
podcast.
just try to fight to take control and host?
He's going to take
So
over the
how long have
podcast
you
now.
been doing Show Me Your Bits?
Don't you? I asked the question around here. How long have you been doing the Billy podcast? Yeah, Billy Willig, everybody. One of my better friends in comedy. We started out pretty much together. We've been doing it together for too fucking long.
This iteration has probably been like 2.5 years, maybe almost 3 years.
Damn, hell yeah. How many episodes do you think you've done so far?
I'm getting close. I'm probably like 80 something, 90.
Hell yeah. And you still record them all mostly at Trent's
Mostly
studio.
Mostly at the Cult of Thalia.
That's right. That's what it's called. Yep. The whole
Dahlia.
Thalia.
That's where the magic happens.
Hell yeah.
But I've also, I'll rent studios. I'll do podcasts on the road. I haven't been on the road at all since Anya was born. Actually, that's not true. I have been on the road once.
Where'd you go?
I went with Luke Severide.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
But that
I did
was
the show you did here in Atlanta.
That was only like 4 days.
Yeah.
But it still sucked. I missed the shit out of my daughter.
I'm
I was
sure,
annoying
yeah.
everybody else too.
How old is your
But
daughter now?
Everybody else was having a great time being on tour, like
Wow.
being away from home and stuff. And I was like, man, I just want to go home and see
Yeah.
my daughter.
Yeah.
Family.
That's
I'm like,
how I always am.
I'm missing words. And
Everyone else is like, it's so great being away from my family. I don't have to deal with all that shit. And you're like, God,
I miss them so much.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Nah, but you have a sweet, beautiful daughter. How old is she now?
She'll be 2 in July.
Okay, hell yeah. So yeah, you guys are both married. That's pretty cool. Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Did you know Perry's married?
Yeah.
You did know that?
Yeah.
She's like beautiful too, and like normal and pretty cool. It's pretty crazy.
Thanks.
Being funny gets you some hot babes,
he's
man. I don't
just
know.
tall.
That's true. Tall, dark, and handsome. And
It's
those
all you
hobbit
need.
feet.
It's literally all you need.
I don't think that's all you need. I know
It's
some tall
all you
motherfuckers
need.
that
You
don't
just
get
put
shit.
it in your Tinder bio and
Oh, okay. I guess
that
shows
is,
up
yeah,
on your
that's
pussy shows up.
that's true.
Ding
yeah.
dong, pussy's here.
I'm actually exactly 6 feet tall. People don't believe me
Okay.
when I say that.
I'm 5'11" and 3/4. It's very annoying. No, that's what the doctors they told me. I'm like, you mother, can you just say I'm 6 feet tall? You fuck.
I'm tall enough not to care about the specifics.
But they say 6 feet is like the
Yeah, I think you got to be right there.
yeah.
But it's true though. I mean, being funny. I know a lot of guys that are, fighting above their weight class or out kicking their coverage, whatever the term is. And I've had
Because
girls
they're
way
funny?
too hot for me. Yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, you, Billy.
For
I
sure.
don't want to name too many more people.
If I was fighting above my weight class, that is a 600-pound woman.
For sure. I've had friends who were like, what should I say to this like girl or whatever?
Yeah.
And I'll help them out and they'll do well. And then as soon
Okay.
as I stop helping them,
Yeah.
they stop doing well. And I'm like, okay, I see the problem here.
You're the Will Smith hitch for your buddies.
Well, no,
Tell them how to.
I'll just be when you match with somebody, you don't know what to say.
What's your advice for them? What do you usually tell them to do?
Usually something normal.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of like the baseline for guys. I've heard so many girls like just thank you for being a normal guy. I'm like, I don't know what that fucking means.
Not
And it's
like,
so
here's
weird.
my soft cock you stuck
I
up
don't.
for.
Right? Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I don't say.
Stuck up a whore.
Yeah.
Be angry.
Yeah. Just avoid that, and you should be good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'll fuck it up by just being boring.
Yeah.
Usually, just letting the conversation die.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk to them like they're a human being,
Yeah.
an individual,
Yeah. That was the tough part.
parents and
With parents.
Family
Like
and
hopes and dreams
friends.
and
Yeah, a job.
thoughts on the
probably.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than a hole.
I
Not
feel
just
like
yeah.
There's
a
more
lot
connective
of, like,
tissue.
men in our generation, in the millennial generation at least, that just like forgot women aren't people.
Yeah.
Just can't talk to them.
Yeah, guys, remember, women are people, okay? Start acting like it. Start treating them as such and start being nicer. Stop being misogynistic pigs.
We joke about these things, but
I
we
know.
literally just saw like the most insane like death threat.
Oh, yeah. But again, we don't know if that was a. I mean,
Yeah, there's no
we can
proof that
almost
was a
we're almost
man.
positive it was a man, but yeah,
It was
threatening
anonymous.
a local female
but
producer.
It seems like a man.
I mean, at the very least, you can at least admit that it was not sent to a man; it was sent to a woman. So it's
Why is
not
that one purple.
something that. Okay, well,
It is wild berry.
we're not sponsored by them.
Do you want one?
It's berry flavor. What milligram is it?
6. They're good.
I'll launch one.
Hell yeah!
Launch one in the old. These ones. Sometimes these ones make.
This is going to be compelling podcast audio for the listeners. You guys popping knockoffs in.
Did you save the videos of me spitting things that Dom says?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you can
thank God.
Yeah, you can definitely include those in
You
the podcast.
invited me here, bitch. You knew how.
I wish I would have gotten. I wish I would have gotten video of Dom spitting or pouring beer into my mouth from We went to Leah's birthday party. It's a
Dom
beautiful
Curry?
house. What a great. She's
Yeah.
awesome. What a great fucking
You probably
house.
want to get tested, dude.
No, he didn't spit it. No, he needs. He needs to get tested.
No,
I
Dom
just
needs to get tested. He never did anything to me.
Oh yeah, you baby birded him. That's
Yeah,
right.
I baby birded him water, and then I started spitting hot dogs at his face, and then I started spitting grapes at his face.
It got weird. And then I stood down below under the deck, and I told Dom to pour beer into my mouth, and I would catch it like a snowflake or whatever. I was like that, and it just went all over my fucking head.
Where was this?
At Leah's birthday party on Saturday at her house
At Alley Stage tonight,
on the south side.
I took over the booth and I spilled Sour Patch sugar on my pant leg, and Dom licked it off of my pant leg.
Yeah.
What a degenerate.
They have a different relationship in that podcast.
I know, and we were in the booth, and I was like, "Dude, this is for nobody. We're doing this in private. This is
That means it's gay. If it's for laughs and for like people to see, if it's for entertainment, it's not gay. But if it's just for the two of you,
That's what I
just for
think
y'all
is
to
so
share.
funny about Dominic is he'll do all of this thing for nobody, and then when he gets on stage, it's like, where was all this energy you had when you were like on the ground licking people's feet?
licking people's feet.
Like, just do that.
I've never seen him lick feet before, but
I don't know. He's always doing something weird.
he listens to this, so
yeah, he does.
He's gonna hear all this.
Dominic,
He texts me about it and he leaves comments on the videos. It's so sweet, so cute. We're gonna have him on soon. Don't worry.
I like Dominic. I think he's
I love
funny.
him. Yeah, he's
I'm
great.
just saying sometimes he gets on stage.
he's one of my favorite people that's ever been blessed with the gift of life.
He is a good dude.
We're so happy he's alive.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Dom's parents, for fucking and having him. And thank you for drinking during the pregnancy to make him the way he is.
Now we're going too far.
You guys see those Space Babes?
Oh God.
You guys see Katy Perry put the ass in astronaut? That's pretty
mean,
crazy.
yeah.
Whatever. What
Whatever.
do you think about that? I mean, everybody's talking about it.
I'll be
we
honest.
might as well talk about it.
There's a lot of current event stuff I only know from hearing.
From hearing that,
Yeah, from hearing. Sorry, that was disgusting.
that was very gross.
There's a lot of I didn't want to bottle it up,
Barb.
blow it in someone's face. There's a lot of current event stuff I only am aware of, and my whole frame of reference for the information is based on hearing comics do it on stage.
Yeah.
And I forget to even look it up because I'm like, I learned everything I need to know.
Yeah, there's been a few things like I didn't realize that the Pope. I knew he died, but I didn't really think about that he died on Easter. That's pretty fucking wild. Until somebody brought it up, last night at McCracken's.
It feels like as soon as you
He'll be
walk
back
up,
in a few days.
That's true. He'll
be
rise
back.
again.
he's gonna move that boulder and do whatever. But it feels like every time there's a big current event thing, as soon as I walk up to a show, a comic's going, dude, the Pope just died. Or like, dude, they just sent these bitches into space or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Or someone's like, dude, this new meme. I'm like, I don't look at
I used to read the
memes.
news every day just to like write a current event joke. Just
Yeah, that's a
practice.
great idea. It's a great,
Yeah.
I like when people do it. Especially if you're trying to clip farm. I mean, if you're just trying to get clips for stuff that you can kind of burn. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with current event stuff, if you do a good joke, it's,
Gets-
not good 2 weeks later.
It's boring after a while. It's fun as a writing exercise.
Yeah.
yeah. It
No, but I think it's a good idea to do, like, especially at the top of a set. I love when a comic can do, something current that like, oh, he just wrote that today or yesterday. That shit just happened. Or a joke about the venue. I see that all the time too. Just like, oh, like, people make a joke about
At the
McCracken's
open
looking
mic,
like.
people get mad. Like a lot of people get mad when you say something about the bar, and I'm like, why?
You gotta do it the right
gotta
way. I mean, you
know you
can't-
don't be cleaning them fucking ceiling tiles.
No. Well, give you a perfect example. If you come to McCracken and say, like, oh, what's up with all the goofy shit on the walls? Whether this is fucking TGI Fridays, if it was a Monday, or I don't know. That's funny. But when you come in there, like certain cops come in there and just make fun of the people that are sitting, like, what are you guys doing at a bar on a Monday night, you fucking loser? What are you
Yeah.
not like? What are you, an alcoholic? It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
You
Why
guys
are you-
fucking suck.
Wow,
dude.
what a
Fuck
loser! What are you doing here at the same bar I'm at, performing in front of you? Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it. You can talk shit. you know.
Also, it's funny for a comic doing that because we're spending 10 times longer in bars every night of the week.
dude, you've been here for 4 hours waiting to do your spot.
Yeah.
Comics are the biggest losers. Telling
Oh, yeah.
somebody who's at the bar with their
With your girlfriend or wife or
Yeah.
whatever too. Like, oh, you piece of shit.
like, dude, we just wanted to go out and get a drink.
Yeah.
They just got off of work and they're like trying to relax at a bar and they're like, all right, comedy's starting. They're like, God damn it. And then someone walks up and is like, what a fucking idiot. You're here at this piece of shit bar that I come to every week at the same time and I stay for 6 hours.
And have never spent $1 here. Yeah, let me talk some shit.
I sit here in silence and look at a notebook like a diary for 6 straight hours. You're the loser, though.
I will sit here by myself at this 8-person table, and I will mean mug anybody that tries to come over here and sit here. Any paying customer that tries to, I will look as unapproachable as possible. Yeah, I'll be talking to myself, and
That's my favorite thing is someone just sitting in the middle of the bar alone, acting like they're on stage and just being like.
They always get the drunkest too, the ones who are like preparing, acting like they're preparing or like performatively preparing. They always get like shit-faced wasted before their set.
My favorite thing is, and I've started to notice it because it was stuff that I always did when I first started out, and I don't know if you, but just certain expressions or certain words in somebody's act, and it'll be hard for me to think of like certain ones right now, but like they'll be talking about that, and I'll be talking about this, and then, but I'll save that for another day. Anyways, another thing about that, I don't know, just certain things that you can hear them say, and it's like that was their way of like connecting two ideas, and they don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But enough about dating. How about this? I don't know.
I like watching people just get shit faced and go up for like their first time. Like,
I love it, dude. I always get in trouble because somebody will like walk up on me trying to convince somebody to do stand-up. They'll be like, dude, stop. Like, stop trying to get the homeless guys to go up on the mic.
Yeah, it is fucked up. It is almost more fun to laugh at a comedian than laughing with
I don't even see it that way, man. I truly believe everybody has the potential to be funny.
Yeah, but then
Even
they become
like a
funnier than
homeless
me, and it's
guy.
annoying.
Yeah, then maybe we'll become the open mic resident.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll just still be here doing the same podcast.
Yeah, you'll be jerking off alone.
Exactly.
Like a fucking loser.
dude, this thing, the Bosnian prisons that have
What?
televisions in them, this podcast is blowing up in Bosnia.
Oh, yeah. I need to check that. Let me check the analytics for the Leah episode. But yeah, it's kind of a funny thing that it tells you. I don't think we have enough views
You're
yet
in
for
a
it.
Bosnian prison?
Well, no, our 60% of our viewers.
No, it was like 80%. 80%
Are outside of the US.
watched the entire episode on a television.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, well, I put podcasts.
But it was also outside of the
Really?
US.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it
so
was
look,
outside the U.S.
So like only 42% of the people are in the United States that watch us. And then 73% of people are watching us on their TV.
Well, I do that shit.
Do you?
But you're in the U.S.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever really
Maybe
watched
it's
podcasts
the
on
way
my
it's
We
TV.
love you.
classified. Maybe.
Right.
We hope one day you can fight for your freedom.
We're going to learn some Bosnian expressions to
I mean,
tell out to our
I
people.
watch podcasts on a TV, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I just put it on in the background and clean or whatever. Do the
I just watch
dishes.
everything on my phone or my
I do too.
tablet.
I play games and I have headphones on like this and I have a headphone in with a game. It's the most overstimulating. And then my wife's like talking to me at the same time while she's
I got the whole setup, man. I got my computer hooked up to my TV, hooked up to my speakers, hooked up to my vibrator. Like everything's
Hooked up to the
connected.
auto blow.
All my lights are connected to my system.
just think they're getting
Alexa,
blown and
blow me.
I can do it. I got the
Okay.
VR.
Whatever it says.
I'm happy
I
to.
got the system. You know, I got it all set up.
Not again.
You can set up an auto blower with the VR thing and hook it up to your.
Can you?
Yeah.
You can show me how?
Yeah, you hook it right up to your desk.
Yeah.
Put the VR headset on and you put on a blowjob video. It's like you're getting a.
Welcome to episode 11
Real
of
blowjob.
Show Me Your Auto Blower.
It's not as good
Do
as.
you have to manually line up the RPMs or does it automatically know?
It's not
like
as
the-
good as a real blowjob,
Oh, it's not?
but it's better than jerking off.
Okay. So it's right there in the middle.
Yeah, can you make us a quick? So there's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, F tier.
No, I like
what's the tier list of things?
No, I like the Goldilocks. Like this soup is this porridge is too
S-tier
hot. This,
Sex with a beautiful woman.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I almost didn't agree with you, but then you got me at the end.
Whoa.
You might have to edit that one out.
I'd say we don't edit shit on this, but this is live. We're live streaming right now.
We edit out like an hour of each episode.
A tier. Okay.
Hot body,
Let
ugly
me clarify.
face.
S tier, sex with a beautiful woman over the age of 18. A tier, sex with a fat bitch.
You like the fat ones?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, is that being honest? Because I know a lot of guys. I mean,
Pushing.
honestly, that's your assessment of it.
I think it's a testosterone thing.
What? Why?
There's
There's more for you to like grab on, or more for you to like.
it's just
It's more of a workout.
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean testosterone thing?
luckily
Because your wife is petite.
luckily I'm married to a beautiful woman.
I'm gonna say, okay, that
S-tier.
is, yeah.
S tier
So she
is
doesn't
the
have to worry about
only
the
sex
A.
I have.
No, but I knew one of my best friends in college, like crazy good looking dude, like no homo if you're watching, Randy. That's a pretty gay name. But he loved fat bitches. But he would talk about like how like he didn't care what it was the most fucked up thing to say. He was like, I don't care what I look like. I don't have to take them anywhere nice. I can do whatever I want to them. Like I'm not self conscious about like my own.
It's just a misogynist.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said his name out loud, but no, but I mean, but that was his thing. He was very like just like upfront and honest about it. He's like, yeah, he only dated like.
Did he
fat,
say that
ugly
to
chicks.
them?
He just really liked
Probably.
fat women, and he was making up all those excuses.
I mean, he seemed like he meant it, but yeah, maybe.
Because I don't dislike fat girls,
Me neither.
even though I'm kidding
Yeah.
around.
Well,
As long as they're fat in all the right places.
that's true. Yeah, as long as they have a fat heart.
Yeah.
I
Fat
like
brain.
that. Yeah.
Fat dehydrated brain.
Fat with a pH.
Yeah, but yeah, using like sex toys is like way down the list.
Have you ever used a sex toy?
Yeah, like the fleshlight.
Yeah,
I've used it
Okay.
before, yeah.
Have you, Perry?
No.
Like
No,
I
me
said,
neither.
it's not as good as sex, but it's slightly better than jerking off. But then the problem with stuff like that, like the VR and
Yeah, I was just about to ask you
toys
doing
and
the VR.
stuff, is you have to clean it up afterward. So now
is the
you're,
problem.
you're sitting there.
You have
with
to
the
steam
VR
clean your
shit
carpet.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, the S tier hot lady, you don't have to clean her up afterwards.
Yeah,
you
how
just,
much-
throw, you just throw a towel at her while she's on the bed. Here, you clean yourself
Dude,
up.
setting up equipment to jack off is crazy.
Yeah. It's too much.
No, but that's not. But he's right though. The setting up the equipment is not the tough part. It's the breaking down and cleaning of the equipment afterwards. It's that
Right.
post nut. Like, the fuck did I
then
do,
you have
man? You're
to-
like rinsing water through it. Like,
you gotta get,
scrubbing.
like,
You
a
got the special
special
brush. Yeah, you're like,
Oh my
what the
God.
fuck is wrong with me? But then, within 2 hours later, you're fucking back at it.
I like how you're like, I know exactly what this like, and you're like, yeah, I haven't never used a sex
No, I
toy or
haven't.
anything.
But I mean, I can only imagine.
But I have the special brush.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you gotta
But
start
then,
there.
yeah, you do. You have to like put it back in the box.
Well, my
and,
mom
like,
got me the special.
Back in
my
the
mom,
box.
my mom got me the special brush for Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, does that mean the next present is going to be the?" She got me the video game. Does that mean the system's next? And it wasn't. She was dumb. She didn't know the right system to get me. She got me the pocket pussy brush with the fleshlight system. And I was like, "Lady, you fucking idiot! This game doesn't go with this system." She's stupid, dude. I got to start circling in the magazines the gifts that I want.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that growing up?
That never
Nice. That was
happened
like
to
an
me.
old
Yeah,
school.
Yeah,
my
guns
You
and
get
ammo.
the Guns and Ammo magazines and the Fredericks of Hollywood and
My mom would
Victoria's
always
Secret
make
magazines. I would
sure
circle what I wanted.
she was getting the right toy. But she didn't understand the toys at all, like the Game Boys and
Oh, yeah.
DS and stuff.
No, I just thought it was funny.
Couldn't understand.
Yeah,
Or a funny
my-
bit. It'd be funny to have like a table of like children and they're all sitting there like with like their Toys R Us magazines or the whatever this is an old school thing we used to do, and we'd circle.
I did that.
Okay, we'd circle the stuff that we wanted, like give it to our mom, whatever. But it'd be funny to like go from like one kid, he's circling what he wants, goes like camera pans over the next kid, he's circling what he wants, then the camera pans over the dad, and yeah, it's like a Victoria's Secret mag, just circling chicks with tits. Just like, yep, okay, I'll take that one.
Yeah, my
Funnier in my head.
my mom did not understand. Like, I'd get a bad grade or something, and she'd be like, "You're grounded. No more video games.
No
And
more
then
fleshlight.
She would just no more
I'll take
pocket.
away your flashlight.
No more.
No more fleshlight
Mom!
cleaning tools.
Mom, what am I supposed to fuck?
You gonna fucking use my hand?
Like a
Mom,
caveman?
Come on, it's slightly better than jerking
it's
off.
like not hot tier, not S tier hot
What?
lady. All right, I'm not doing that.
What am I going to talk about with all my friends at school?
All my friends are doing it. What am I? Yeah, right.
But she would be like, "You're grounded. No more video games." And she'd take one controller, and it's like, I have 6. Like, you're not doing anything.
Yeah, my mom would send me to my room, and I would just be like, "Hell yeah, game boy time."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have to hang out with the family in the living room watching fucking Fear Factor. Damn it!
Play Pokemon under the covers for 4 hours.
I gotta go to my room and fucking rigorously jerk off to that 70s show. Damn it!
I wasn't allowed to have a TV in my room.
I did.
When I got to high school, I was allowed to have my PC because I was working at the shop.
Yeah. No, I do have vivid memories of the TV in my room and the VCR and having a blank VHS in the VCR and just putting on, that big one was that 70s show. I was a very perverted little kid. I'm sure a lot of us were. A lot of us just won't admit to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Okay, I was. And I would sit there right in front of my TV, like right here with the VCR, and I would just wait till fucking whatever her name was from that 70s show had like a low cut shirt, and I would hit record.
The redhead?
And then, the redhead and the underage one, the one that was 14 in the first couple seasons.
She was the proper
I was
age
also 14.
for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was also. That is another funny thing. I got my dad in trouble at work one time because I used his work computer to Google 12-year-old boobs. But I was also 12. Because if you Google boobs, you get like grown lady boobs, and that's like not what I was like. That's not.
Yeah.
These are too big for me.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that
Doing
yet.
Weird things.
Yeah.
It's not what you want.
No. Yeah.
No, my parents didn't
12-year-old boobs.
know how to use like the on-demand thing.
Yeah.
But my dad like wanted all the HBO and Showtime for the
Okay.
movies that were on there.
Yeah.
So I would go on the on-demand and just watch like the Skinamax
Oh yeah.
stuff that was on there.
The Emmanuel in space,
Dude.
and what were the other big ones? The
Way too young.
Witches of Brestwick. And,
I've seen that one.
there's some classic ones, dude. And the Emmanuel series. You had Emmanuel in space, and it was the worst, like soft core, like. If
I
you
would fast
why
forward
is his
through
dick
most of
going
it,
into like
'cause
her
it was
belly
on
button? Why
demand.
are they like the way they were positioned? There's no way sex was possible.
This is a tie-in back to the video games. Do you guys remember G4?
The channel?
Yeah.
We had like some kind of family gathering at our house, and it was like all the aunts and uncles and grandparents and stuff. And I was younger, and I always watched G4 for like the video game stuff. And I turned it on, and it like the show ended, and it cut to like, you know those shows where it was always just like some supermodel talking about games, but it was like a montage of her in different like scantily clad like gaming outfits, and it was
cosplay shit?
and it was like her dressed as a soldier in a camo bikini, like cocking a shotgun, and it zooms in on her like tits jiggling around. And my whole family was sitting there watching, and I was just like, yeah, video games. My mom was like, holy shit, what is this? Turn this, we need to cancel this channel on our, it's like, this is cable access, dude. You can get
It's like Spike TV was a big one back in the day. Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah, dude. Mansers and the 1,000 Ways to Die. And dude, it was a trash fucking TV. Like
Yeah.
I sort of understand why like we had to get a rein in on like the misogyny and the fucking like exploiting of women, you know? Like
for sure.
now I understand why Jimmy Kimmel has to have like the gayest fucking talk show now because he made women jump on trampolines and exploited them.
Yeah,
on
the
with Joe
Man
Rogan.
Show was
Yeah, it was wild.
crazy.
And the way he is now is just crazy.
Yeah,
And Stern's now like the voice of reason and like Mr. Proper.
Yeah,
or
fuck off, man. I hate
crazy
shit
shit.
like
No, I know, me too.
1,000 Ways to Die was crazy though, because it would be like, oh, this woman just left the brothel where she had her first lesbian experience, and then she died by getting hit by a truck. Like it has nothing
And it was
to
some dude yelling, like the narrator was just yelling, and he did this.
Because yeah, like my thing is like all that shit too was like when these people turn, I'm like that shit was classist to begin with. Like you had to pay extra to have Spike TV and G4 and that shit.
Yeah,
And
barely
you had
though.
to pay extra to have like Sirius radio for the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, but when Stern
whatever.
first started, he was on regular radio.
And
That
so,
just a lot of
yeah.
cities could get, and then Spike TV, it was like the most basic cable package because we were pretty poor growing up. I mean, it wasn't your basic ABC, NBC, TBS that you can get with rabbit ears, but the basic cable package had it. I mean, whatever. Yeah, the cheapest one, we got it.
I always used to watch
So
that
it's, yeah.
when we went hunting. We stayed in like a camper, and it had like the rabbit ears thing on it. And so me and my dad would just sit and watch. He'd just be hammered, and we would watch public access
My
cable and go
grandma's
kill animals in the morning.
My grandmother's house had the rabbit ears, and that's all we had was we would just sit there and watch VHS movies.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And the
though.
other day, like my parents' cable was down, and I came over to like take a look at it, and my dad was sitting there watching Citizen Kane on VHS.
He still has
I think you're making a
the
lot.
ability to play VHS and stuff like that.
I think, yeah, they're still like
You hear that?
CRT TV over there, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe just RCA. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those like RCA TVs.
I mean, they make really good now. They like the HD antennas that you can get, and it picks up, like I said, ABC, NBC, CBS.
I mean,
PBS.
dude, I can show you how to steal it from your neighbor.
Oh, that too, right? No, it just I just stream everything. I watch everything on YouTube these days
Yeah.
or whatever.
My parents didn't know anything about like torrents back in the day either, so I was just torrenting everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I used
Illegally
I used the pirate bay to
I got
download.
multiple cease and desist letters.
Did you really? That's pretty cool.
I did too.
That's cool. Really?
From
You still have them?
Comcast?
That'd be
No,
cool.
dude,
That'd
I
be-
burned them.
That'd be a fun. It would be a fun like letter to have or whatever. Just
Yeah,
to go
dude.
through,
I was pirating so many movies and games, and we were getting cease and desist letters from Comcast like every 2 weeks, and I
funny.
just kept doing it because I was like, that's not my.
My dad was like-
back in the day.
Yeah.
Software, the whole Adobe suite.
See, my dad never had a problem with it. My dad was like super like straight edge, following all the rules. But yeah, he was a big proponent of illegally downloading music. I remember that was like he taught me when I was in middle school. I'd like burn CDs for people for money, and then when my second job ever was at Blockbuster, and we used to get free DVD rentals. And my dad would send me every day to work with a list of whatever movies, like 5, because we could get like 5 a day, and I would bring home his 5 movies that he wanted, and he would copy them. Yeah, just
Dude,
this
we
was
did the
before.
same thing at the-
Yeah, he knew how to take the protection off of it, how to copy it. So he has like
We
10,000
pirated
movies.
the software that could take the protection
Yeah.
off and burn it.
Yeah.
And then we would order DVDs from Netflix, and when they would come in, we would burn them and send them right back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'd make
Dude.
like 10 copies.
My grandpa growing up pirated everything. Like we would do like family beach trips, and at the end of the night we'd be like, all right, let's turn a movie on, and he's like, you want to watch Transformers? And we're like, but it's still in the theater. And he's like, not here. And it was like in Chinese with subtitles.
The backs of people's heads. Just like a
Yes, it
shaky
was someone.
camera.
He
Yeah.
downloaded it from someone who recorded it in the theater, and we watched the whole movie just reading the subtitles. And you
won't do that.
You can hear people talking and shit. And I was like, this is like the worst way to watch
I'm a
anything.
patient man, dude. I wait till the
Yeah.
games are $2 on Steam.
Exactly.
I wait till the movie comes out in HD illegally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care now, but when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, I want to watch, because all my friends had enough money to go see this shit in theaters every week or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, dude, we watched it. It was pretty good. I remember everything about it, listening to it in Chinese. I was not a horny child at all. I did not even learn what porn was until I was older. And I don't know if I told this story on here before, but a bunch of my friends convinced me to steal a PSP out of the Lost and Found. And I was like asking my friend, because I didn't really know what it was, but it had Star Wars Battlefront on it.
Yeah, I think you've talked about this. You can do it quickly though.
But, but I basically, one of my friends was like, yeah, I was like, is there anything bad on it? And he was like, no, dude, it's just like video games, movies, porn. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I love porn. Like I had no idea what it was. So I took it home, and I was trying to lie and convince my mom that I could keep it because I wanted her to buy me games for it. And she was like, what does it do? And I was like, oh, it's got like porn on it and stuff. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's got movies, video games, porn. It does all kinds of stuff. She was like, you can't have that. It's like, this is exclusively a porn devices, basically, because I didn't know what porn even was. So I was just like, it's got great porn. Like I gotta use
sold
this
it for you, so you thought it would sell it for your mom.
Yeah, because I was just trying to.
Porn. Great.
Do you remember the first time? Was that the first time did you ever get to watch the porn on it? I want to know if you guys remember
didn't
the
get
first
to
time
use
you
it
ever
at
saw
all.
porn. 'Cause I remember exactly how I saw porn for the first time.
I
And it was
remember.
pretty wild. Do you remember? Okay, go ahead.
It was on Omegle.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
or like some kind of chat
What was the
room.
popular one? Chat roulette was
Stickam.
the big one. What was,
Something
it was
like
like a
that.
similar chat roulette.
Stickam was for the emo kids. That's
Okay.
what I was on.
But my cousins came over, and I didn't know what it was, and they showed me, and so we were just.
What a wild concept for a website. What a
it's so popular now.
Yeah, is it?
again,
Yeah.
So easy for pedophiles.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I didn't really know what it was, and so they started using it because I got a computer, and we were just doing kid stuff on it, whatever. And occasionally there would just be like a penis, and so they went to get a drink or bathroom or whatever, and I was just by myself, just like scrolling through randomly, and a dude just jacking off his giant black dick, but he had like piercings on it.
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh my god, what? I was like, a kid. I was like, what the fuck is that thing? And I like skipped. And my friends came back, and I was like, dude, this crazy thing popped up and whatever. And then we found the same guy with them.
Damn.
And I meant to say, like, that's what I was trying to tell you guys about. But it popped up, and I went, now that's what I'm talking about. Like, I was excited about it.
That's it.
But I meant, like, see, do you believe me now? But instead I was like, that's what I was telling you guys. Pretty cool.
And it was the exact same dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did he say
just imagine
sorry?
Perry just sitting there like clicking through like, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. No,
We gotta
find
it's
that
one.
one.
It's that one.
I wonder if
We found
there's
it.
anybody that these guys like don't get off to watching them jerk off, where it's like, oh shit,
Wait, what?
Not you.
Not the kid.
Like,
we were
were they-
kids.
Oh.
Like, who does the guy
No.
jerking off?
It doesn't
not
matter.
wanna match
Yeah.
with?
I
Probably
don't
most
want
people that
anybody
are on there.
seeing it.
I can't imagine you matching with 12-year-olds and being like, finally, now's the finish. Now I'm about to finish these 3 fat 12-year-olds.
Oh no.
But yeah, I did the stick him and the tiny chat.
Okay.
I could get, tons of girls would show their boobs on there.
Yeah. No, I did that too with the AOL Instant Messenger and the fucking chat rooms and stuff, and sending the age, sex, location, and then matching with, most of the time I'm sure, grown men just sending me a picture of some naked chick that they say was them.
Dude, that shit is so
But I meant so, I mean,
embarrassing,
it's-
isn't it?
Oh, dude, the stuff that I used to say on there, if it ever got released or doxed or whatever, the stuff that I used to tell girls in
15 years
AOL
ago?
chat rooms when I was 12 years old, I would tell them that I'd play the guitar, so I'm good with my fingers.
And that was like a 40-year-old man reading.
Yeah, and he loved it. He was like, "Yeah, cool kid, yeah." I guess I'll jerk off to that. I don't know. I was hoping for something better, but yeah, buddy.
I was on neopets.com.
Hell yeah.
And it had like a forum, and I got like I convinced this girl to like be my girlfriend on
Yeah.
there. And it was funny because I was probably like 12 years old or 13 years old or something, and then we were like messaging back and forth or whatever, and then like the next day I got on and it was like, hey, this is her brother or
Oh my
cousin or
God.
something. You're a fucking creep, dude. I know you're 40 years old or something like that. I was like, oh
You were a kid.
yeah. But I was just messing
I had like
around,
a months-long relationship with Bam Margera through instant message, who I thought was Bam Margera. And I'd have to ask my mom. I've just always been like worried about asking her to this day, but like I'm pretty sure some guy came to our house that I thought was Bam Margera was going to take me to go skateboarding, and it was just some dude trying to fucking rape me or whatever. Yeah, like I remember some dude coming to our house and my mom having to go out there and be like, "Yo, get the fuck out!" No, what the fuck? And like I was like so upset. I'm like, "Oh, that was Bam Margera. No, he was going to take me to him."
Oh my God.
Yeah, I literally was like talking to some dude
Oh
that
my
I thought,
God.
yeah.
There was a woman recently who got scammed by a guy pretending to be Brad Pitt, and he really badly photoshopped Brad Pitt's face on all these pictures of people in hospitals, and it was like, yo, I'm Brad Pitt, I'm like about to be in surgery and I don't have any money, and she got scammed out of like $20,000.
I saw one where the mom thought she was talking to Post Malone.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, there's a couple of catfish things like that. No, but the first time I ever saw porn was
sorry, like Post Malone or Brad Pitt like need to be messaging random.
well, that's why. Yeah. No, but yeah, Bam Margera wants to hang out with a 10-year-old kid. It's like, come on, yeah, I'd love to go skateboarding with you. Yeah. I don't fucking know, but yeah,
I
when
just
you're
like
that age
training
old,
the
though.
youth to be good at skateboarding.
There was
You seem cool. You seem like you won't tell your parents what we do.
There was a dude in Atlanta
If you tell them, we'll both be in trouble.
who had like a skate park, and he was like molesting the kids.
Oh, hell
giving
yeah.
them beer and stuff.
Nice.
It's called Ad Nalta.
Okay. I'm glad you didn't say the buddy I know that owned a skate park.
Is this place still in operation? What's it called again?
right?
No,
Do you
it,
have
it
to
was
be
a
a
while
kid, or,
ago.
like-
I think there's a YouTube video about it. It was
Oh,
called
yeah.
At Nalta.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
It was in like Midtown.
But yeah, my first time
You
ever.
could get molested and then hit Da Vinci's
Oh, dude, what a perfect
Spotted.
date! What a perfect date night!
with Murray.
Hell yeah! Sounds like a
Murray
wonderful
would molest
evening.
you at
Yeah, that's
Da
true.
Vinci's.
Yeah.
So you could get 2 molestations in one night.
Hell yeah!
I mean, I miss the old scene.
Right? We're able to just hit a couple molestations in one night. What happened?
Comedy's
fucking
dead,
COVID messed
dude.
everything up.
On a Tuesday, I'm getting molested 3 times.
No, the first time I ever saw pornography, I was like 9 or 10 years old, and or no, it was the second time I ever. Yeah, no, it was the first time I ever saw porn. Was so we lived with my stepdad, and we had satellite TV, and there was 2 satellite receivers. I don't know if you remember back then, but then like multiple TVs would be hooked up to the same receiver, so they would have to be watching the same thing.
Yeah.
If you remember that, it's like 2 TVs would work off the same. So whatever that TV in the living room is watching, the TV down in the den has to watch or whatever. That's just how it was set
I
up.
remember
So the way it was set up was that the TV in my stepdad and mom's room was hooked up to the TV down in the game room, like where the pool table and stuff was, whatever. And so I was down there hanging out, and yeah, turned on the TV and saw porn on the TV, and I freaked the fuck out, and I was so pissed. And I went, and my mom, it was gonna be like an hour till my mom got home from work. I went outside and went 2 blocks over, and I sat there on the corner of the fucking road and waited for her to pull up so I could tell her before she got home that her husband, I was like, you need to divorce him. I don't know if you know this about your husband. He's watching porn. Like, I was like,
Stepdad?
yeah. And my poor mom had to like pretend to be upset. 'Cause, like, looking back now, like she was like, oh no, was he? Like, at this point, they probably hadn't fucked in like 5 or 6 years. Like, she didn't give a fuck that he was watching porn. But she was like, no, he just did what? And I'm like, yep, he's cheating on you. He's at home right now cheating on you. And she was like, okay, I'll talk to him. I thought that was the funniest. Yeah.
That's actually reminded me that the first time I actually saw like naked porn images, we were in my friend's like basement. It was his dad's like man cave where he had kept all his guns and shit and dead animals.
Oh, yeah.
And on the coffee table down there, it was like a manila folder, and it was just full of printouts of like naked pictures of women. And we saw that and we were like, oh my God, what is this? And we took it and we threw it over the fence in our backyard into the swamp behind the house, and the pictures rotted. But I was like, I was just imagining his
Who the fuck raised you guys?
I know, right?
Vintage.
No, they were not.
Like
they were just
computer printouts?
Yeah.
Oh,
they were
man,
just
he's been working on that for a while.
Yeah,
man.
dude, it was a lot.
I remember a folded up printout of like the fakest picture of Britney Spears naked on our school bus when I was like in middle school, and it was like you'd look at it and then you'd fold it back up and put it back in like the spot, and you're like, I guess some high school kid put it there or something. I don't know. I just remember that.
But it's just like funny. Is like stepdad's like we threw his porn collection in the swamp. He's just like, what happened to all my porn? It was right here on the coffee
He's been
table.
working on that.
Yeah.
for weeks,
Fuck.
man.
A lot of paper and a lot of ink. A lot of ink went into
He
that
bought that HP inkjet. That
just for that.
Yeah, that shit cost like $5 to print.
dude, do you know how much fucking cyan that was?
Cyan and magenta. All right, gentlemen, we are about an hour into the podcast, so it's that
does that
time. That means, well, yeah, the things pop up. I mean, it's time to show me your bits.
Oh god, I don't want to.
We can start with Perry.
I got something.
All right, go ahead.
Let me pull it up.
So basically, the premise of the podcast: bring a brand new bit you've never done before. We'll talk about it, or you've done it before. You know, yeah, we all get it. Just
Okay, here's one. They say you shouldn't put soap on a cast iron
yeah.
pan. Who's gonna fucking stop me?
That's you.
That's one.
Okay, let's go for another one.
I think that's the
Wait,
first,
it's a little, one's a little bit longer.
I think that's the first time someone shared a perfect bit that needs
Right, yeah.
nothing.
All right,
It's
that
perfect.
one. Nailed that one. Go ahead. Perfect.
I bought my daughter this like stuffed dog toy from Fisher Price.
Yeah.
And all the toys have a name, but the dog's name is just Puppy. And I think that's kind of like lazy.
Yeah.
Like if my name was Alcoholic,
Hell yeah, that's funny.
which would save me time in introductions.
Yep.
But it would get confusing at the meetings.
Hi, I'm an alcoholic, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, I'm alcoholic. Hi, I'm alcoholic.
Hell yeah. So it's like the Beanie Babies, when the Beanie Babies used to have like names and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, like Quacky the duck or whatever.
Yeah.
So this one's just Puppy the dog.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
His name is Puppy the dog.
But
Well,
it does a whole bunch of stuff too. It like sings songs and like says things.
what does it sing?
In
Like
English or
does it sing
a
like
dog?
Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter?
It's
Pink Pony Club.
Spider.
Well, I'm eating you out in the passenger seat or whatever.
The song.
It sings like
Does
a
it say my booty hole brown, my pussy, whatever?
yeah. It sings a song about colors.
Yeah, my pussy brown, my
Yeah.
booty hole
Yeah,
pink. Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's the one.
My pussy
the,
brown.
The Glorilla, isn't it Glorilla?
I think it's Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. Yeah, that's right.
She has a song where she says, "My pussy is brown."
Well, I
and
think
my
it's the other
booty-
way around.
Oh, okay.
Brown, my pussy pink. or
My pussy pink, my booty hole brown, something around town. Yeah, it's a classic.
Maybe the kid's supposed to name it the dog themselves.
Yeah, maybe.
But then why would do the other animals have unique names that aren't just like Kitty
Yeah.
the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Squishmallows have names.
Oh,
There's one called Dandy.
Dandy, the handy.
Yeah, there's one called Otto.
Erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his full name.
You do gotta watch out for asphyxiation.
That's
lot more
true.
When you have it,
It's
Yeah.
like quicksand. You never expect.
I think the babies just
yeah, like
they-
babies and
I-
50-year-old perverts. You gotta watch them.
I think when they're that
choking
young,
them.
they just like they have visions of what life is gonna be like, so they just start trying to kill themselves. Over with.
You've caught your 2-year-old baby doing autoerotic asphyxiation.
I've caught her trying to asphyxiate herself. I don't know if it was
With
erotic or not.
Well, if it was a baby, it was definitely erotic.
No, the weird thing is you do catch the babies like exploring their own bodies. You know,
Yeah.
What?
it's super weird when you find your own child like touching their own private parts because they don't know what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have to be like, you don't want to say like stop touching your own body, but it's
No, you want to say save some for daddy.
stop touching it like that at least, please.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That is pretty.
Yeah, you're not doing it right. You're not going to
No,
finish
yeah,
like
you gotta
that.
be like, can you stop? Because you can't really explain to them why you have to stop. You just gotta be like,
Yeah,
just stop.
Let's just do
It's not
something
going to
else.
work like that.
It's like telling a boy not to shake it too many times after he pees. Like just don't. Just
Don't-
You don't want to
just
say
trust
why.
me.
because
Yeah.
You don't want them.
Let's not.
Yeah, don't do it like that. Let me
shame
show.
about their
Let me,
body.
yeah.
let me show you how to do it the right way.
Do you show her the right DJ technique?
That is one thing, you know, you don't want to teach your kid how to have shame.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard.
But does a
Shame in her
2-year-old
body.
know
I
what
don't know. If
shame
I have a
is?
daughter, I want to teach her a lot of shame
They can
in
be
her body.
embarrassed. They can be shy.
Would she try to autoerotic asphyxiate herself with?
I have an electronic drum kit, and it has all the pieces have like a cable that hangs down. And like one time, I was just like throwing something in the trash can. I turned around, she was just like leaning leaning forward on one of the cables.
Is that how bad of a drummer you are? She's trying to kill herself with
I'm not
it.
a great drummer. They do that though. They try to kill themselves. They'll
Make the sounds end.
One time she grabbed like a bottle of ibuprofen and just took
Damn.
off running.
You can't stop me.
Yeah. Like, dude.
This world is pain. Hell yeah. All right,
You
so
try to
you
mitigate these
gave us
things.
2 quick short jokes that were both kind of funny. The cast iron, who's going to stop me? I don't. It sounds like a personal. I don't know.
I like it. It's
I don't know
so
where else to
stupid.
go.
I like it.
No, yeah, it's definitely a good little quick. And then the puppy not having a name, and then your name being alcoholic.
These are not good jokes. This is just what I wrote.
Okay.
Basically, I feel like.
Do you do a lot of like one-liners, kind of?
Yeah, mostly. Or not mostly, but
Yeah, you do not like one liner, but yeah, just short.
I
like
do
little,
have a lot of one-liners. I don't do them all the time, but I can. Yeah, I can. Write
What's your favorite one liner?
Let's
Tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The waitresses one.
Oh, that's my favorite one. That's literally that's
That
my
might be
favorite.
my favorite,
That's
yeah.
my favorite for sure.
It's
and sometimes you don't tell it. I don't know. I've heard it a couple times where you say it so perfectly,
Yeah.
and then when you don't say it perfectly, it drives me nuts because I know what a great fucking joke that is. Sometimes you just say it in a way. That's one of those that just when you say it perfectly, it's so fucking great.
It's one of my old ones, but I say I like waitresses because they always ask me if I'm okay.
But you used to tag it with, You used to tag it with something that made it funnier.
Sometimes I wonder if they really care.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would tag it with different things.
Yeah, but that was one of my
But
favorite
that's
ones.
the
And you said,
essence of the joke.
But yeah. I was like, I like waitresses because they always ask me how I am. But sometimes I wonder if they really care or whatever. I don't know. It was just a funny, the way you say it was always funny. Yeah, it's one of my favorite
Sometimes I'll be
jokes
like,
of yours.
yeah, I'll say, can I get some more ketchup or something? But I'm not.
But I'm not.
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. That's funny. I don't know if I heard that one.
I think I saw the first like weekend show, or I saw someone do like 15 minutes of straight one-liners the other day.
Huh. Do you remember who it was? Like a local person or no?
I don't know.
Watch like a Dangerfield.
Are there locals?
Set. Watch Dangerfield's last late nights.
No, are there any locals that do?
No, I mean like locally. Like I've watched a lot of like stuff like that, but like locally, I feel like at a mic or when you see someone do like 10 or 15, you don't really,
Patrick Dalton.
Trent does a lot of one.
Trent does a lot of
yeah.
Who else?
That's another one that I guess I should be humble or whatever. He's fucking funny. He's great. He busts his ass. He goes to tons of mics. I've never seen him booked on shit.
Who?
And I always feel so bad. Trent. He's great. I think it's the subject material or subject matter. Just
Dude,
like the same with me, like my subject material. That's what I'm trying to work on writing like some cleaner,
That's the problem is
more
he
fun
does.
stuff.
He
does like
really
dark
great
stuff.
on certain shows.
Yeah, that's kind of how I
They're
am.
not as often as some of the other shows.
Dude, I saw
Like his
him.
ceiling's a lot higher,
Yeah.
but
I saw him at the Helium mic one time, and he murdered.
Yeah,
He did
I remember that one.
amazing.
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
He's been on a lot of festivals too.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that's true. Yeah. No, he's a funny dude. All right, what's your bit, Perry? What you got?
I keep trying to do this bit. All right, not on stage, but I keep trying to like write it out or whatever. But my sister used to wear like pajamas everywhere she went.
Yeah.
But her and I had a few family members like this. Like them and their significant other would show up in like matching Christmas pajamas, but it would be to like a fancy birthday dinner in like June, and they're wearing like matching Grinch pajamas. But I was trying to say of like there's a lot of people I work with that wear their pajamas to work, so I know I don't have that serious of a job. And I was trying to talk about other careers where if you saw someone wearing pajamas, like if you got on a plane and the pilot
Just wearing a onesie.
had on like a snuggie
butt flap.
Yeah, if he has a snuggie on.
Yeah.
The Navy SEAls.
But yeah.
Wait, do you really have people you work with that wear pajamas? Like just working from home and shit?
No,
Or,
like show up
going
to the office in pajamas.
But what do you mean by pajamas? Like, are you talking about like the classic like silk button with the
I'm
fucking
wearing
hat?
pajamas right now.
I mean, yeah, this is what I wear. Yeah, this is what I sleep in.
No. That you look professional compared to.
Yeah, like, what do you? Yeah, do you mean like straight up like fucking
Well, the joke was like it's like
Cookie Monster pajamas or like?
because like my wife was like,
work
oh
with-
well, maybe they went, maybe they worked all day and they went home and changed, and I was like, they changed into their like business casual pajamas, like
Right.
they're going out pajamas. Like, what are you talking about?
They've been in
It's like,
those pajamas since yesterday.
yeah, well, it's like if you had like a public defendant attorney and he walks out in like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Yeah, I love the
PJ set.
Yeah, I
like-
love the idea of the couples coordinating too. Like, hey, hon, are we wearing the Transformers today or the Finding Nemo?
Yeah, I was trying to think of different words for
Yeah.
pajamas and like different brands of like popular
Yeah.
stuff that you see like on pajamas.
Balloon.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cookie Monster's a classic one.
Lilo
The
and
fucking
Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
yeah.
Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like the
Tinkerbell.
trashy.
Like-
Yeah.
Pajamas my baby has.
Yeah.
The unicorn, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
She loves the snowman.
And like, say what you want, but could you imagine the power move of Vladimir Zelensky showing up to the White House in Cookie Monster pajamas? That would have been, he would have gotten all the money he wanted. He wouldn't have had
Yeah,
to
it's like-
apologize or say thank you.
It's like I had to go to
Like,
court.
whoa, dude. Oh, man, dude. Hell yeah.
I had
That's
to
a
go
power
to,
move.
I had to go to court for a minor possession charge, and my public defendant had on Tinkerbell pajamas.
Well, it's like
or
the
something.
fucking senator from Pennsylvania, whatever that big fucking
Naruto,
freak dude
the
is. Naruto pajamas.
Naruto
yeah.
pajamas
With the
from
headband.
Walmart, dude.
Yeah,
Who's
and I
that
was-
senator guy? The Fetterman.
Oh,
Fetterman. Yeah,
He's
he
always
basically wears
PJ'd
pajamas.
up.
Yeah,
He's always PJ'd up to the nines, dude.
yeah.
Well, and I
Imagine, your defense attorney coming in with the Naruto pajamas and the old like Goku Hawaiian shirt.
I'm
You know what
going to
talking
jail, dude. Goku Hawaiian shirt.
about? With like the Dragon
Honor.
Ball Z guy.
Yeah, the clouds. The Japanese
Yeah.
clouds, but with the Dragon Ball guy in there.
Yeah, and I was gonna be like, yeah, dude, everyone always wears their pajamas to work. I thought maybe I could, except I sleep naked, so
Yeah.
they didn't like those pajamas.
I think,
Yeah, some kind of misdirect like that. Yeah, but talking about, I got in trouble for wearing my pajamas one day, or but the one day I wear my pajamas to work, I get in trouble.
But I feel like it's just become like a common thing where I see people just wearing pajamas. Just like it's like oh, it's grandma's 80th birthday, and we show up, and then it's like couples wearing matching Christmas pajamas in the middle of the summer, and you're
that's
like,
wild.
what the fuck? Or,
Yeah,
he's cheap.
you know some white trash people. That's crazy.
That is a white trash thing.
That is a white trash.
Thing 1 and thing 2, fucking pajamas. It's just like, oh my god.
Dude, that's the thing. Everyone wants
Yeah, show up to the funeral.
Thing 1 and thing 2. Showing up at the funeral. That's a good one. That's a good line. Yeah, think of like funny. Yeah, just funny like scenarios
Yeah.
for somebody to show up to their fucking.
Yeah, so
It's like, dude, my brother just got killed by a drunk driver. Fucking thing 1 and thing 2. Show up to my.
showing up to your child support or your what's child custody hearing wearing
wearing Marvel Avengers. But yeah, it is funny like standing over a casket and being like, oh my god, I can't believe it, and then like hugging like the widow, and you're in your pajamas and slippers, like
wearing a Sully from Monsters Inc.
couldn't
fucking
give
suit.
any effort to this.
Yeah, it is funny though. Like I'll go out wearing just the stupidest shit because my daughter will say, "Yeah, put this on, Dad."
Oh really?
Is that your excuse?
I'll just be wearing like some stupid sunglasses and a hat.
She asked me to.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
I don't know. I don't have matching pajamas though. Well,
Yeah, I've
we
never-
had matching Halloween pajamas, but we
I don't think
wear
I've
them
ever
to work.
had, but I just wear
I've
shorts.
never owned pajamas. I wear my underwear.
Yeah.
Unless I've had roommates, then I'm like, okay, now I have to get dressed. But I just always have slept in my underwear. I get so hot. I sleep in my underwear on top of the covers in the bed.
Yeah,
I have sweatpants.
I can't wear pants to bed. No, it's like I get. Yeah,
I think it's
can't.
like I don't
Never wear
like
pants to bed.
I don't like any material besides 100% cotton.
Cotton. Yeah,
So maybe that's like my southern roots.
yeah. Okay, don't get weird about it.
That's the thing too, dude. Everyone wants to talk about left and right and class system, dude. It doesn't matter what state you go in. There's some white trash wearing pajamas
Yeah.
to Six Flags
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
or Disney World.
There's no difference to me between pajamas and regular pants though, because it's all.
Yeah, but when it's covered in Christmas characters and it's like the summer, it's kind of
It's like fuzzy material. It's like fleece.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
As long as I have pockets, I'm good.
dude, or like pajama pants and then like dress shoes would be crazy looking.
Hell yeah.
It's always the flip flops with the
Yeah, you should
sock.
do the opposite. You know how some people like it's like a cool thing to do, wear like a suit now, but with like Jordans.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to wear
Yeah.
pajamas, but with like fancy like loafers, like
Yeah.
fancy like dress shoes.
I was always
go the
like
opposite.
like the Vans with a suit. I went.
Yeah,
I remember
that's not as bad.
I went to me and my high
Jordans look
school
stupid usually.
girlfriend dated like 3 years in high school, and then when we went to college, we broke up. 'Cause
Yeah.
we went to different schools. But I went to her first sorority formal, and I wore all black with a red tie and like black and white checkered bands.
Yeah.
And that was
Classic.
just like what I was doing at the time. I didn't really think about it. And so many people came up to me and they were like, "Oh man, like thank you for being different than like all the other people here." I guess like fraternity guys or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, "Oh, I didn't even think about it. Like I just am a fucking weird loser."
So edgy.
It's always
Look out, you
But now everybody does that now.
you have a studded
That's
belt?
what the kids do now. I did have a studded belt. I actually scratched the paint on my Honda Civic because I would lean on it with my studded belt.
you scratch like how much of the paint?
Too much.
Whenever I see people dressing like that, it's always the flip-flop slides with the long socks. That used to be a thing. People would wear like, oh, I have my Nike Elite socks with my Nike slides, and it's like, oh, it's cool because they're expensive, and it's like, yeah, but they look like shit. Like,
yeah, I was never about like the name brands or anything like.
no, but when it's not a name brand, it looks even worse. You look like a dad. You look like a drunk dad who's about to mow the grass.
What's weird to me is people that wear like Under Armour t-shirts just like out to like a mic, but it's just like a t-shirt with like the Under Armour
Like a
logo
skin tight
just like
one?
but just I don't know, it's like just a weird brand to
What
that's
I
the
think
shirt
is
you chose to.
weird is like the dudes who wear like workout clothes to the gym. Like that's gay.
What?
To wear like a workout outfit to the gym.
Oh, like the tank top that says like it's gym time, baby, or whatever, and it's in the
Or that, or like the Fabletics or whatever, like Gymshark.
Dude, Gymshark, like that's so crazy. Well, yeah, when guys wear Gymshark or Lululemon or whatever, it's wild.
It's not.
It's such a chick. I mean, but it's such a
deal.
chick. Yeah, no,
But
you're
yeah,
right.
it's
No,
such a
yeah. I
chick thing
think it's
to
the brand is. I think the branding is what you're talking
same
about.
When I see dudes going for the meet and greet at the club, I'm like, you're so gay.
Oh no,
That's a flaw. That's a character flaw.
Yeah,
Mine.
There's people
the people that are like, oh my god, it's about to be my turn.
There's
I'm
people
so
you would
I watch it,
there's people you'd
think
gay
it's
out
so
for
nervous.
those. There's not
For
anybody.
sure.
There's not bands. Yeah, there's people
Absolutely
you would.
there is.
Yeah.
Who's your gay?
But it
who's
is
your
tough.
gay
Yeah, it is
out?
tough. Could you imagine that being the girlfriend or the wife seeing that? And you just see your dude like. But comedians have talked about it. Like, yeah, how they feel bad. Like yeah, because like girlfriends or wives will come out of the comedians like, yeah, my boyfriend's fucking obsessed with you. He's like gay for you or something. I don't know. I don't get it. And like as a comedian, you gotta be like, hey, what's up, dude? Like you being a fan. Yeah. Why is your wife a cunt? Just like he's gay for you. I think. I don't know. He watches you all the time. I don't get it.
I would gay out for Isaac Brock
Who the fuck is
from
that?
Modest Mouse.
That's maybe the gayest thing I ever said on this podcast, and we had Sherry on this.
I think he's the best lyricist of all time.
Okay, I only know the one "Float On" song.
He's got, this song that goes, doing the cockroach, yeah, doing the cockroach, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, that is
And that speaks to me.
poetic.
Does it?
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but I do think that, that would be the one person I would like fangirl over.
Yeah, there'd be a few people. That is why I'm sort of glad I wasn't on the Big J shows. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe a couple years from now when I'm even more like confident in myself. But yeah, I would freak the fuck out. Like, I saw pictures of Nathan Lowe just sitting in the green room with him, like shooting this shit. I'm like, dude, I can't even imagine what I would be. I would play it cool in the moment. Like, I would do my best. Like, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, what's up, man? What do you know? But I have a feeling at the end of the weekend I would have like been like, hey man, just so you know, I'm like your biggest fan and I have a tattoo of you and I'm like really gonna like so thank you. Yeah.
The funny
you
thing
have?
is,
Legion of Skanks.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
And that has to be the gayest thing.
Right? I immediately
Been on
beat
this-
you, right?
sometimes I do get nervous talking to people who I'm not even really that big a fan of, though. It's
Yeah.
just
Really?
something about somebody like being famous.
Everyone's just
Whatever.
people, though.
I know, but yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Get a
I don't know
little
the right thing to say.
Yeah.
All right, let me do my bit real quick. It's something I'm super fucking excited about. Because all my material is like sexual and like dirty in nature. It always has been, and I get kind of self-conscious about it. Like I did the alley stage on Saturday night. And it was like an older crowd, and like I could just tell from the jump that they did not like the stuff I was saying. But there was nothing I could have done. I don't have other material to like go into that's not
I think
sexual
though,
nature.
I think for older people, if you rephrase things,
yeah, that's what somebody told me. There's certain different words you can use. or
yeah,
different-
you change the verbiage,
Yeah.
to make it like sillier or
Not
more like
saying pussy
digestible.
or- yeah. I have to work on that. But anyways, there's a new premise, and I kind of did it on Saturday. I've done it a couple times just to try it out. But you know that show? Did you guys ever watch that show, The Golden Bachelor?
I know what it is.
Yeah. So most people know what it is, but I have a joke to kind of set up. If for people that don't know what it is, I'll be like, yeah, it was a show where they tried to get 8-year-olds to fuck because you can get Viagra through the mail now. But then the joke that I have is that, I think the producers of The Bachelor got so tired of all the contestants getting divorced after 5 years It's like, why don't we cast some people that's not an option? Or like, I gotta figure out the wording of it. But yeah, the fact that like these motherfuckers aren't gonna live for another 5 years, so they'll stay married until they die.
Were they that old?
Yeah, they're like 80. I mean, I don't know if it was. Yeah, I think so. I never watched it. It's it's so funny.
I think
I
they
just
were
know
like
what it is.
60.
Maybe 60 to 80. I think it was like that. But whatever. For the joke, they're 80.
I mean, I know that's still.
But anyways, that line got a big laugh.
Maybe
like
you should watch the show.
I know, right? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could.
Now for this bit to work, you have to sit and watch the entirety of the Golden
I know, right?
Bachelor.
Yeah, right. Just for
Watch at least season 1.
Yeah, I think they only did one season. But anyways, yeah, so that got a good laugh that, they got tired of getting divorced after 5 years. But anyway, and that's just setting up what the Golden Bachelor is. So that's all it doesn't have to do. But then the idea of the joke, or the premise of the joke is, how hilarious would it be if they did other golden reality competition shows? And that gives me a fucking just treasure chest.
Oh
full
yeah,
of,
dude!
Golden
Survivor.
So I got
Golden Fear Factor.
So I've got Golden Fear Factor. It's like, could you imagine Golden Fear Factor? It's just Joe Rogan yelling at some poor old lady like, Dolores, not only did you scan a QR code, you ate what you called ethnic food, and you resisted telling that interracial couple that you think it's great what they're doing. Apparently fear is not a factor for you. And then maybe like something like, but heart disease is, so get that checked out. There's some Golden Survivor,
Golden Wipeout.
Yeah, but so Golden
Wipeout is crazy.
Golden Survivor, but it's just my grandma's nursing home down in Florida during COVID. Sorry, Grandma, the tribe has spoken. Something on a line like that.
You've been voted afraid.
Golden.
You've been voted out of the ventilator. Someone else needs it.
Golden the button, but it's just a life alert button. But yeah, they did the golden American Ninja Warrior, but it's just my grandpa trying to make it through the buffet line at a Chinese buffet without calling one of the employees a Ninja Warrior.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just funny. But yeah, there's just so many different. Like golden. What was it we were saying? The Golden Survivor one. I go. Winner gets to keep their Social Security benefits. Loser has to pick themselves up from their bootstraps or their Velcro orthopedic shoes.
Golden Amazing Race.
But then somebody told me a funny, I think it was Carter Dean, somebody the other day, I don't want to get it wrong, but he goes, you should do a tag of Golden Girls Gone Wild. Like the Golden Girls Gone Wild.
That's good.
And it's just the chicks from Golden Girls showing their saggy tits. I don't know. But yeah, so I think it's just so many great things you can do with that. I'm really excited about trying out different things, and because that's like I said, it's not sexual. It's still dirty, or it's still not clean or whatever, but it's definitely not a sexual nature joke.
I think it went sexual and racist for a second.
Well, yeah, that's okay.
I call that clean.
Just a little bit. Yeah,
that's in your wheelhouse.
A little bit. Yeah, I don't want to. I can't. You got to give the fans what they want. I can't go completely different. But no, so I think, like I said, there's just so many plethora of different, Golden Naked and Afraid, Golden Wipeout, Golden, I don't know. I can just figure out different million. And I like that because there's very few of my jokes have I ever sat down and written. I think I've talked about it before. I'm just not somebody that can sit down and just it blows my mind when I see people at open mics that are writing in a notebook, especially if they're sitting around a bunch of people. I'm like, how do you not have ADD why are you able to just sit there and what are you writing?
They're not writing shit.
They're not. There's no way they are. You're not writing a brilliant joke here.
It's all for sure.
It's all for thought, or it's just a train of thought that they're writing down that maybe they'll come up with something out of that. But anyways, this is a joke that there's been a few jokes over the years that it's something that I can go in and all right, let me think about this reality show and make funny jokes about that. Let me think about this reality show. So it's something I could make a list and come up with different tags, and then I can go to a show and try out, all right, that tag worked, that tag didn't work, and kind of just, plug in the stuff that works.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited about.
Yeah, I'm not in the loop on reality shows at all. But there's probably so many.
Yeah,
you can just the most popular ones now. Or
there's popular, but there's also a lot on YouTube now that I have to figure out if people know. Because
Golden Beast Games.
Well, Beast Games, where the pop the balloon one.
That one's on Netflix now.
Oh, the pop the balloon one.
People know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I don't see. Or just the button. The button's a big one on YouTube.
If you're not attracted to the person, you pop the balloon and makes them feel bad. Have you
seen Naked Attraction?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's a British show that apparently just plays on public access, but it starts and it just shows their penis or vagina, just bare, uncensored, and they have one person who's picking someone, and so each round they vote someone out, and then after they vote someone out, it reveals. So they vote someone out, and it reveals them, and it'll just be some fuck ugly dude from Britain who's like a construction
great
worker.
hog. And they just pick them based on what their dicks look like.
Dude, it
That's
is
pretty sick,
some
dude.
of the people are.
Speak for yourself.
They are.
I would,
Dude, every episode, no one is supermodel. They're literally random, just regular people, and it'll literally be like, "This is Greg. He's an accountant from Brindleberry," and he's they're like, "Oh."
British town names. They got the craziest fucking Worcestershire.
But she'll be like, "Oh, you're just not fit enough," or whatever. That's all right. I'm gonna go back to being an accountant or whatever. And it's like, how? You just showed the whole nation your fucking dick and balls.
Yeah.
And they're the
How do you get voted
ugliest.
off? Yeah, how do you get voted off within 5 minutes of the show? And then like that's just your life now.
But it'll be people that are like 60, and it's all just old naked penises. But then it just reveals more and more, and so each layer, and then for the final round, it's 2 people. It shows their whole body, and then the person picking has to come out naked. But there's a bunch of episodes where the contestants that are getting revealed aren't interested in the person picking.
Yeah.
And especially the gay ones, they end up fucking each other instead.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
one guy who's like a British, like, you know, up and coming pop star, and he comes out like naked, and he's like, and when they see him naked, they're like, we're not interested in you anymore. And so then the 2 contestants end up going together, because then at the end of the episode, they show like months later and interview them, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, we went on a few dates, we're not really interested. But then a few of the gay ones, they're like, yeah, the contestants ended up hooking up, and the main person got nothing for showing up naked on national TV.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's a fun show to put on at a party.
There with your family.
Yeah.
No, I
Christmas.
haven't seen
Should have done that at Easter.
You should watch it. It's horrible.
I'll watch it.
It's
No, I
on
don't
it's
think
on
so.
like HBO. It's on HBO Max.
Oh. It's just Max.
I feel like these wild berries aren't that strong.
Really?
He says 6 milligram.
I usually do the 9.
I usually rip a 3
Yeah,
milligram.
pussies.
zip.
Really?
Yeah, I only do 3.
They're very tasty though.
It is tasty. What's the plus mean?
Shout out Velo. Sponsor.
I don't know. It's got a lot of them in it.
That means
They're only $3.
It means they're ad free.
Not bad. I got
Yeah.
the Zins in a off-brand package.
Ask again about why it's called Plus.
Why is it called plus?
Because it's ad free.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Show Me Your Bits
now
podcast.
that
We
you
had a great
showed me your
fucking.
bits.
Now that I've showed my bits for the whole world to see, and you guys voted me out just from seeing my bits.
Can you put your face in this camera and do the outro? It's pretty funny.
Link.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Matt Tamarino. That's Perry Benton. That's Billy Willig. What's something embarrassing I said today?
A lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Everything you said.
I watched the same porn my stepdad did while jerking off, because that's how satellite TV works. Thank you guys. Subscribe, like, all that.
Follow.
Hell yeah.